Hey guys, this is Bharadwaj with FoneArena.com, and this is the Iris X1 from Lava, one of its first smartphones running on Android 4.4, the latest Android version. And also with its price at 8,000 rupees, it's competing with the likes of the Motorola Moto E and all the other smartphones, like even to some extent the Micromax CNI 2. So what is the Iris X1 all about? We'll show you that in the unboxing video with the box contents walkthrough, and of course walkthrough of the device too. And also, as you can already note, the device carries forward the design philosophy of the Iris Pro 30 and the Iris Pro 20, which looks a lot like the iPhone, which we had already established. So let's go ahead into the unboxing of the Lava Iris X1. And so that's the box, pretty normal there, nothing much you would say. Over at the back you have the specs that they are showing here. Let's quickly do a bit of focus there. You can see that it's running on a quad-core 1.2 GHz processor, could be the MediaTek MT6582. It's also having a 4.5-inch FWVGA IPS display. That's the same screen size as the Motorola Moto G. But its resolution is FWVGA, which is 854 by 480, not 720p. And it has an 8 megapixel BSI2 camera over at the back and 2 MP front-facing camera with operator video calling support. And then you have 4 gigs of ROM and 1 gig of RAM. 1 gigabyte of RAM at this price range is good. You have expandable memory up to 32 gigabytes and of course 1800 mAh battery. The device has already been opened and used, so you're not seeing a new box here. But anyway, let's find out what the box contents are. So right at the top of the box, of course, you have the phone, the Lava Iris X1 in white. Pretty much looks like the iPhone without the home button, with the phone right now switched off. It's very much like the iPhone, you know, on the sides you can see that the design is very similar, but it's plastic, not metal, but still really nicely built for 8,000 rupees. So let's keep the phone aside and take a look at the other box contents. The battery is actually removable, but it's already inside the phone. This is the travel charger. You have the booklets, the usual booklets here. And you have the micro USB cable for data transfer, and of course in-ear earphones here, pretty nice looking. And then you have the flip case, which will be actually replacing the back of the smartphone. That's quite good. And of course you have a screen guard to protect the screen. So there you go, those are the box contents of the Lava Iris X1. We'll keep those back and now take a look at the device. The device is pretty nicely designed. As you can see, it pretty much looks like the iPhone. We already know that. And Lava has done some interesting things like you know, the soft touch back and all that. Pretty nicely done. And so anyway, let's quickly go through the hardware first. 4.5-inch screen, 854 by 480, decent looking screen there. We'll switch it on and see how it is. Capacitive buttons over there at the bottom, earpiece, front-facing camera 2 MP, and of course you have the sensors right there. Over at the right you have the power lock switch, and over at the left you have the volume rocker. Over at the bottom you have just the microphone here. And over at the top you have the micro USB slot and the 3.5mm audio jack. Now over at the back you have the 8 megapixel camera with dual LED flash and a secondary microphone. Loudspeaker down there at the bottom. Now let's open up the back and see what the slots are like. You can see that the battery is already inserted, 1800 mAh, and then you have the slots here. 2 SIM card slots. SIM 1 is micro SIM and SIM 2 is full SIM. You also have a micro SD card slot. So anyway, let's power this on. See what the phone's like. The screen is pretty bright. It's currently overblowing on this camera, so let's wait till it boots and reduce the brightness later. Let's skip ahead in fact to the first screen. And here you go, that's the phone. Pretty similar to what you had with all the other Lava phones. So this is how the UI is, pretty much stock, and that's how it works. You can see the capacitor buttons now right there. The display is actually quite nice for the price. For 8,000 rupees, this is pretty good. The viewing angles are not that great, but still good enough, I'd say. Let's go into the about and see. The Android version is, of course, Android 4.4.2. You can see that a lot of changes have been done in the UI. A lot of things have gone white instead of the blue earlier, and the camera UI should be very similar to stock. And yeah, that's how it is. The camera UI, it has autofocus, has an 8 megapixel camera. So in terms of specifications, this phone is actually pretty impressive, coming for just 8,000 rupees of a price. And also you can see the settings in terms of storage here. Storage is 1.11 gigabytes for the phone, and actual storage usable is 1.36. So both these storages are actually usable, and you can also change the primary external storage for installing apps and such. And the RAM is 1 gigabyte, as I already mentioned, but while running you can see that the phone has occupied 320 megabytes with 637 MB free of RAM. That's pretty interesting. This phone for 8,000 rupees is practically very interesting. So we'll let you know the other aspects of this device, how this performs and all that, in the gaming reviews, benchmarks and such. So stay tuned to the YouTube channel. Do hit the like button if you like this video, and do hit the subscribe button if you want more videos like these. Thanks for watching, and let us know what you think in the comment section below.